Hello, this is Mets fan in the Philippines. The Mets won the game 4-2, won on the 11th. The Pirates did score on the 10th, and they scored on the 11th. We scored on the 10th, and we piggybacked with a double 3 times more on the 11th. Bichette was on second since he was the last out on the 10th. Jorge Polanco got a walk, and Reese Roberts managed to hit a home run. The announcers were saying, should he bunt? And they said Luis Roberts doesn't bunt, basically. One thing about Luis Roberts, he's making me a believer. Last year when we were thinking of making a trade for him, for me it did not make a sense trying to make a trade for someone that's batting over 220, around 220, 223 batting average. We did get Cedric Mullins. It didn't make sense to me as well. This year, didn't make sense. I thought Carson Bench was going to be the center fielder. We did go get him. We got him. Now, it humbles me. He's the most disciplined on the plate. Not on this plate, but the one before, he managed to get away from those sliders. And I'm not sure if he got a walk or he hit the ball or whatever the case might be. When I say a hit, is he hit it to the outfield or whatever my case, because he went 1 for 4 with 1 walk. But I wish I could see how many pitches he took, because he took a lot of pitches. And he managed to win the game on the 3rd and on the 11th inning, 3-run home run. Other things that I want to cover on this is Mitch Keller was pitching. He was pitching solid. I felt that we were going to lose. Peterson, allowing a lot of players on base, 7 hits. Keller was looking good. I believe Baty stole the base. He's not good at stopping base runners, but he managed to pitch a good game afterwards. The Pirates did manage to get 12 hits. The Mets 6 hits. Miscues, Jorge Polanco miscue, a sharp drive to him on first base. He did manage to get the out at first. Bo Bichette, I'm not sure if it was considered an error. Threw it to first. Polanco had to leave the base. Lindor, same thing. I think he dropped a ball or misplayed a ball, but we only had 1 error, so it's one or the other. The only one is Marcus Semien that did good. Polanco also misled the pitcher. He threw it behind him when he was running to first instead of ahead of him. Those are plays that we need to adjust and do better. Other things is, it was Bichette, I believe they got the error on the 4th inning. Full house against the Mets. It was first time against Peterson on the 5th. Like I said, there was a lot of base runners. I thought we were going to lose that game. And on the 6th, I believe we could have won it too, but that's besides the point. The Mets won. We used all our relief. Once again, I did mention this yesterday. What I like is that we had Tobias Myers so we could give rest to our pitchers, our relief pitchers. Today, we used all our relief pitchers. Weaver, Williams, Lovelady, Brosabon, and Garcia. Garcia on back-to-back nights. I'm not going to say back-to-back because we had a day off, but back-to-back games. I have to be honest, Garcia got me nervous. I was getting disappointed, but after seeing the way he was pitching, I said, okay, I'm confident. Lovelady, same thing. I was confident on the way he was pitching. One thing is just looking at the game, listening to the games, looking at the stats. Another thing is watching the game and looking at the way the pitcher is pitching and feeling confident afterwards. Not only that, feeling confident with the hitting, because the hitting, after the 10th inning, I thought we could still score on the 11th. We could at least tie it. Especially like I mentioned, Bichette was in second, Polanco walked, that discipline, and then right after that, Polanco has so much discipline. He has a lot of discipline. Now I know why Nolan McLean says that this lineup 1 through 9 is good. That's Nolan McLean, a player from last year. I don't know who he was trying to pinpoint from last year, or he's giving a lot of credit to this year, but you could see it that the discipline is there. Bichette struck out again twice. Yesterday, 3. I don't know. He rarely struck out, the year before, the year before. Still, Soto, he could have got that runner score. I'm not sure if he didn't score, but he still got on base. No strikeouts. I like that. But on the 10th inning, full house, 1, 2, 3 hitters on the lineup all got outs. No outs, full house, and the Pirates managed to get out. What's his name? Brasco? Barco. Good play at home plate, by the way. He got someone out. Simeon. I don't know how Simeon saw that play that the Joe Bart, I think the catcher, jumped and caught the ball and landed, because he was running, and when he slid, he had his eyes closed. I don't know how you managed to say that the catcher jumped, but he was right. He jumped, but he still managed to get him out. They had to do a replay on it. Overall, good game for the Mets. I still like the Pirates to make the playoffs on their team. Diehard Mets fan, but I do like the Pirates team to make, like I said, the playoffs. I like other teams that as a dark horse to go inside. The Mets, of course, diehard Mets fan. I might be biased, but I still think that they might make they're gonna make the playoffs. Like I said, bias. When it comes to players left on base, as soon as I leave the MLB game and look at all the games, the stats vanish. I really can't see the stats unless I go look at the wrap. Maybe I can, but the 1 through 3 with those full house, I'm not sure which players left 4 on base. There was 2 of them, and one of them 5 left on base. Beforehand, it was Simeon with, I believe, 2 or 3, and also bench with 2 or 3 players left on base. They were leading the team with players left on base. I was nervous when Vientos came in. Struggled with Team Nicaragua, struggled with spring training, but he got that hit. Confidence is key, and I believe this is going to be confidence for him. Right after that, to avoid the double play, they decided to go put Jerry Young for him. Good play. He came in. One thing that I heard Gary Cohen, and he's absolutely right, is they should have just took Reynolds that was running from first all the way to home. I forgot who got that hit to right field. Jared Young got the ball and threw it, and the Pirates, for precautionary measures, I'm not sure if it was only 1 out or whatever the case might be, stopped them at third. That could have won the game. I believe it was on the 10th inning. Don't quote me on that, but the Pirates already were winning that game. So that run would have given that extra cushion run. And another thing that I want to cover is we have the same lineup as yesterday. I don't know what spring training game I mentioned this, and I said, yes, let them play, keep the same lineup, don't try to experiment switching the lineups over and over and over again. This way the players know when are they going to play, how they're going to play, how to adjust. And Gary Cohen brought it up. He said last year, only 5 times we went back to back with the same lineup. Maybe that's why I brought it up beforehand, because I kept on seeing this lineup, and this lineup, and just let him play. Let Brett Baty play. He's DH. I know Vientos got the hit. He'll be a flexible player. Let bench play. He went 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts, back-to-back nights with 2 strikeouts. Alvarez, he got that walk. These are players that last year we used to rotate them. And another player, those are the players that I'm focused on that we used to rotate. Other players, Soto, Lindor, Bichette, Polanco, I don't think we're going to switch them. Roberts, key player, like I said, my fault, Luis Roberts. He's avoiding that slider. three times the previous bat, and he managed to get on base or hit the ball. He didn't get the base hit because he went 1 for 4. The base hit was the home run on the final inning for the game winning. And that's really what I got for the Mets and Pirates. Other news on the Mets and Pirates, and they did mention some of this on the TV show, on the TV game. I do have MLB.com. I finally got it. I have T-Mobile. Yes, I'm in the Philippines, but being prior military, I could get all these incentives that they give me. How can I say this? I could get my T-Mobile still here without using so much of it. I don't use my phone a lot. And I got my T-Mobile apps, the free apps like MLB that I could watch all the games, the MLB or SNY show. And that's why I got Ron Darling, Gary Cohen or Steve Cohen and Keith Hernandez on the booth. But did they mention players that played on the same teams? I'm going to piggyback on that. The first trade between both teams was in 1966. It was Jack Ribbon for outfielder Don Bosch. Players that got traded for the Pirates to the Mets that we could remember, good or bad, was Ike Davis, first base for the Mets, John Neese, pitcher for the Mets, and the unforgettable Daniel Vogelbach, the player that we traded on the deadline, our key player for that year. I don't like to bash players for the Mets, but I never liked Daniel Vogelbach. Other players that played for the both teams, Bobby Bonilla, deferred money. Everybody likes to talk about him, but for me, it makes sense. I like Bobby. I used to like Bobby Bonilla, Starling Martin, and Jason Bay that signed all with the Mets. Another player is Frank Thomas. For people that don't know who Frank Thomas is, he came to the Mets expansion team. He led the team with 34 home runs. That 34 home runs stayed as the leading home run leader for the season, for 12 seasons for the Mets until, I believe it's Mark Kingdom or Dave Kingdom that broke it in 1975 with 36, the following year with 37, 75 and 76, and 82, he hit 37 again. And that's all I got for the Mets. The Mets won 2-0. I'm happy. I know it's against the Pirates. For me, I think the Pirates are a great team. Magnum, before this game, before this season, I was looking at the all-time Mets players that we acquired that are currently playing right now there are active players in the major leagues. I looked them all up and I said, what will be our outfield of players that are homegrown? And Magnum would have been our center fielder. Of our top 3 players that are playing in the major leagues that we brought up as Mets. We could say Brandon Nimmo, and I forgot who the other player was, but as you can see, Magnum. And I like Magnum last year, he batted, I believe, 290 something. He got traded from the Rays to the Pirates. I know Neil Cruz made those mistakes that were counted as hits against the Mets yesterday, that Paul Skeens only 0.2 innings, 5 runs. People could say it was errors of O'Neal Cruz, but Magnum gives them that player that they traded for. I just wanted to bring that because the Pirates are an underrated team this year for a lot of people. I still think they're going to make the playoffs. 0-2, but I still think so. But that's all I got for the Mets. Let's go Mets. Thank you for watching. Solid team for the Mets. Nolan McLean, I don't know if I said this. He said in a quote that this is the best team. This is a better team than last year. I don't know who he's trying to throw under the bus last year or who he's trying to praise this year, but that's from the rookie of last year that is fishing for the sweep tomorrow. Peralta and Peterson were the first two pitchers. So that's all I got now. Thank you, and thank you for watching. Hopefully you liked my video, and have a good day. Let's go Mets.